Hey guys. I'm so sweaty and my hair is really greasy, but I thought I'd take a few minutes out to talk to you guys about my experience at the dentist. And starting 2 years ago, on an October night, I was with my brother Brad, who is also my roommate. We were just chilling out in the living room watching Goosebumps, the television series, because it's Halloween month. So if you're doing that kind of stuff, I was just minding my business with him, just talking, and all of a sudden I started getting like a toothache, and that toothache started turning into a tooth pain, and from there it just got to be really unbearable. So I was like, okay, it's like 12:30 at night, and there are no dentists open for to be able to help me, and my car is out of commission. So I'm like, okay, I'll just give my mom a call, see if she's still awake. Likely she's not. She goes to sleep, really early. Um, so I got her over the phone, and she's like, hello, just barely awake. And I'm just like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean, I don't want to wake you up, but I'm dealing with this impossible situation right now. And she's like, oh, you know what? Let's take you to the hospital. Get you some meds. And I'm like, holy crap, that's so nice. But yeah, we get to the hospital, and the doctors asked me what my problem was. I showed him my tooth, and he asked me how much it hurt from 1 to 11. Told him, oh, it's a 7 turning into an 8. And they checked my blood pressure and all that, and they asked me if I was diagnosed with hypertension, which is apparently a blood pressure disease from high blood pressure. And I was like, no. And apparently from that point on, they thought that I was drug seeking, so they did prescribe me with some narcotics, but it was just a little bit. Basically, if you wanted just a little bit of pain from your tooth out, like you take like 2 pills, but that'd be like a good 300 acetaminophen, which is a blood thinner. So you were getting like 2 or 3 more times blood thinner versus the buzz you would get from the narcotic. So it's like, no, that's not working. So I mean, that's disappointing, because it's like I don't want to get high. I just wanted to take care of my pain, but apparently I looked like a drug seeker. But anyway, I got home. I was like, you know what? Called up a dentist the next day, and I was like, yeah, hey, I was wondering if you guys could, help me out with this. And they're like, yeah, we'll get you an appointment, blah, blah, blah. So within maybe like a week later, I showed up to that dentist appointment, and, they checked my blood pressure as well and got all my info and stuff. And they're like, have you been diagnosed with hypertension? And that was just getting so annoying, and it's like, that really sucks, because it's like I'm in la la land with my toothache, and I'm hearing about how my blood pressure is high, and then it's just scary stuff, because it's like that can cause a lot of things. So they were like, yeah, hey, so come back in a few days, we'll get you a cleaning done, and then we'll get you some fillings. And I'm just thinking, oh, okay, whatever. So I go home, and I'm just thinking to myself, dude, if I see my blood pressure is high again, then I'm probably gonna freak out. So I was like, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna eat right, and I'm gonna drink plenty of water every day, and I'm just gonna see what happens. Did this for about 2 years. I avoided the dentist altogether, didn't go back. And so pretty recently, probably about a week or two ago, I'm like, okay, hey, I really want to get my plan set in motion. Is that possible still? Even after 2 years, they have me in their system. They said, yes, it's possible still. And I'm just thinking, you guys are the most patient people on the planet. So I'm just like, thank you so much. So let's see, about a week ago, got my appointments to, get my new checkup, and turns out, one of my, cavities, they got a little bit bigger. Not much, but a little bit bigger. And Other than that, it was fine. They didn't check my blood pressure during my new checkup. So they're like, yeah, let's get your cleaning done. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll just show up. They'll clean my teeth. I'll be on my way. I get into the cleaning just 3 days ago, and I'm kind of excited, you know. It's like, finally, I'm gonna get this like build up a tartar in my lower mouth, because they said that that's a big possibility of why my blood pressure was so high, was because of the tartar buildup, you know, and drinking water and having it go down into your heart, basically, eventually. So I took a big risk with not getting cleaned up and stuff for 2 years. So, yeah, I'm sitting in that chair, and they gave me, you know, a little overview of what we're going to do, blah, 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 and they got the tools set up, and she's like, okay, gonna get your blood pressure cuff, and I'm like, what? You're gonna check my blood pressure? No, I don't want to deal with that. So I'm just like, you know what? It's been 2 years. I've been working out. I've been drinking my water. I've been exercising. You know, eating right, and I'm just beside myself. So I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. And as soon as the lady comes back with the cuff, it's not the one that goes up here. She wrapped it around my wrist and told me to hold it up against my heart. And it looks like one of those digital watches, you know, but slightly bigger. So I'm able to look down and see the number go up. As the cuff tightens up, the numbers are going up, obviously. But in my mind, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, the number's going high. I don't want to deal with that. It was like 160, 170, 180. I'm like, am I dying? You know, I just lost my mind. I mean, I didn't freak out on the lady, but in my brain, I was screaming. I was like, no, you know. So eventually, the pressure of the cuff releases, and I saw that I was 124. She looks down. She's like, hey, you got a normal. And I'm like, oh my god. I almost cried. I did cry. You know, it's just after all that hard work and determination and trying to be positive, even though it could be affecting my health. It was just super hard, because it's like I come from a family that has bad health, you know, but they all smoked and drank and stuff. I did once upon a time. I don't anymore. I quit all the bad habits. Well, most of them. And I mean, I still pick my nose. No, yeah, I still do. But I also suck my thumb, and you know, I have the right things. But yeah, hey, yeah, it's just something that really astounded me. You know, like I was in such relief, and now it's like I go to the dentist. Those people are so incredible. You know, it's like I'm not getting any of my teeth pulled, and they're clean, and I'm happy about it, and it's just. I was freaking out, you know, all that tartar could have been ripping away at my teeth, and it's like, that wasn't the case, you know, I get to keep my teeth, and you know, my blood pressure is back to normal, and, you know, I'm gonna be getting fill-ins to make sure of things, and so, yeah, I don't want to keep dragging this on, but you know, the staff was absolutely friendly. The dentist is not as scary as you think it is. It's not. Like, I can't believe I went through this whole thing that I'm telling you. You know, I felt like I was a teenager again, freaking out about the dentist. But, you know, we start creating fears in our minds, and then we, you know, decide not to do the things we're supposed to do because of those fears. And it's like, dude, just go do it. It's not a big deal. And I found out it's not a big deal. So hopefully these words can encourage you guys if you're having trouble with it. I did. You know, I'm 32, so it's like. I mean, I'm not even totally embarrassed. It just never happened in my family, you know, as far as being taken care of. So it's just nice to be past all that. But I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching. It means a great deal to me that I could share this experience with you. And I'll see ya. Have a good night.